Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we are going to be doing a versus arena run, and there's a new website out for Elder Scrolls Legends called legendsmeta.com, set up by a guy named Dazer, who I've played against on the ladder many times, and we're going to test out his arena tier list. We're going to consult that as we make our picks. So let's hop on, choose our class first. I've actually been having a lot of success with Spell Sword in solo arena lately. The Assassin is the classic versus arena choice, but Battlemage is near and dear to my heart. I'm going to take Battlemage. I think Battlemage is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna keep looking at the arena tier list, make some comments based on what they say is the pick. So we got red cards we're choosing from. We have Belligerent Giant, Markarth Bannerman, and Plunder. None of these are insane picks. Markarth Bannerman and Belligerent Giant are listed as good picks, and Plunder is a medium pick. So I agree. I think that between these two, I like Markarth Bannerman more. So I'm going to take Markarth Bannerman. Okay, now we got a blue pick. Our choices are Lesser Ward, Soul Split, Brutal Ashlander. My personal opinion is probably Brutal Ashlander, but let's see what the tier list says. None of these are listed as good or insane. Soul Split and Brutal Ashlander and Lesser Ward all find themselves in medium picks. I think Brutal Ashlander is the pick in this style of deck that I'm going to try to build here. This is an easy Slaughterfish spawning. I'm not even going to consult the list, but let's see what it would have said about this neutral card. It is listed as a good pick, and I agree. So we are taking Slaughterfish spawning. Steel Scimitar would be my choice here. Let's see what it says about Steel Scimitar versus Skaven Pyromancer. Skaven Pyromancer is a great card too. Looks like Skaven Pyromancer is listed as higher than Steel Scimitar. Skaven at good, Steel Scimitar at medium. We're gonna go ahead and follow the tier list. I wanna see how this works. The website looks great, and I wanna follow their advice. Here, I think the pick is obviously Battle Rage Orc, but we'll find out. Battle Rage Orc is listed as a good pick. So is Stone Throw. I'm gonna take Battle Rage Orc this early. I want to get some good creatures in. Here I'm taking Firebolt. Almost certainly, but let's see what it says about Firebolt versus Valenwood Huntsman. And that equipment is actually not an unreasonable pick either, in my opinion. We'll start branching out into what makes us comfortable once we get a better idea what the deck looks like. Firebolt is listed as a good pick, and that 3/1 Archer critter is listed as a medium pick. So yeah, we'll take Firebolt. Okay. I think Belligerent Giant is the obvious pick here. I know it's listed as higher than both of those. We'll take another Brutal Ashlander. Okay, we don't have any 2-drops. All 3 of these cards actually I think are quite good, especially in what we're trying to do here. But because we have no 2-drops, I'm going to take Mage Slayer. Let's see what Legends meta says about Mage Slayer. It says that Mage Slayer is a good pick. I tend to agree. Markarth Bannerman also listed as a good pick. And let's see about the Sword. The Sword is listed as a medium pick. Once again, as the deck goes on, I'll start picking up more equipment, but we need a 2-drop pretty badly, so we're taking Mage Slayer. I'm definitely taking Shrieking Harpy here. We don't have enough blue creatures to support this, and Assassin's Bow I think is pretty weak as far as equipment go. Lightning Bolt's listed as an insane pick, and I agree, it's the perfect card. Crushing Blow, also an insane pick according to that site. Oh wow, so these are cards, I would like all three of these cards in my deck. For curve consideration, I'm seriously leaning towards Rehad Horseman, but this would improve the quality of all future picks of these. And I think this deck wants some 1-drops, especially one that can pack as much punch as this one. So I'm taking the Crown Quartermaster. Not going to get any value out of Hexmage, doesn't look. I mean, we do have several several cards that work with it, but not really a card I want to be running. This is total filler. We'll take Stone Throw reluctantly. Alakir Survivalist perfectly fits theme here. This is not very good on its own. We currently have one equipment generating card. These all feel pretty crappy. We're going to take the 2-drop that has the potential for charge. Okay, Rehad Horseman is kind of where we want to be. And now we are definitely taking the Steel Scimitar. Okay, Crystal Tower Crafter, nice 2-drop. We do have some cards that beef it up a little bit. We'll take a 3rd Ashlander, and we will take a 2nd Lightning Bolt. Camelorn Hero, I think, is where we're going as far as aggressiveness goes. How many orcs do we have? Just the one orc. This is a much more reasonable pick. We also don't have a lot of 4-drop action. I think 3 Brutal Ashlanders is probably enough as well. I think we are definitely the Greystone Ravager deck. Oh man, another Markarth Bannerman, a Hrothgar Forge, or a Plunder. Well, it's between these two. Hrothgar Forge, you know, it would win the late game, but I mean, it might win the late game, I should say, but we're not really a late game deck. So I'm taking Markarth Bannerman. I'm definitely taking Orc Clan Captain. Definitely taking Crushing Blow. Definitely taking another Steel Scimitar. This one's close. I think we're going to take another Crystal Tower Crafter. None of these are where we want to be. We will take an Ice Wraith. Alright, so yeah, check out legendsmeta.com. I like the website. It's pretty cool. We're going to hop onto the ladder for hop onto the arena for our first game with our Battlemage deck. Last time we drafted Battlemage on camera, we had Odahviing, which didn't really fit into the general theme of, I mean, Battlemage in general, but Battlemage in Arena, certainly not. Playing against Spell Sword. Okay, so we're going to find out if I made a poor decision not taking Spell Sword. Alright, so we got a Crystal Tower Crafter into Skaven Pyromancer or into Steel Scimitar. Let's see what my opponent is doing. They started off with Scouting Patrol. Okay, that is interesting. We will just play a Crystal Tower Crafter now that we have 2.
Shall we begin?
You know, I can imagine a world where this Lightning Bolt gets a pretty big tempo play here in a couple turns.
I draw power from these trees.
Fist Speaker.
I hear and obey.
Okay, so this is actually fine. We are going to Crystal Tower Crafter, Steel Scimitar, and trade into that.
Shall we begin? There's more.
This is punished pretty much only by Crushing Blow, and I suppose some equipment on here, but I think the extra toughness wouldn't matter that much. And now we are going to Lightning Bolt, hopefully, a 4 or 5 drop. And proceed on our way to Value Town. Ooh! We are actually quite punished here. We do have Skaven Pyromancer to kind of clean this up, but that is pretty brutal. Yeah, so we're gonna Pyromancer, and Scimitar, and go face. Alright, well that was a surprise move from our opponent there. We still have the Lightning Bolt to answer.
There is a toll for this road.
Oh yeah, a Firebolt now would be probably the best draw on our deck, letting us develop the Butcher and continuing to buff that. I actually kind of think we're okay with him going face. I just want to get that Slaughterfish spawning action going.
There's more to come.
And we're just going for it. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to draw a card, that is cool because we're going to draw a card as well when our prophecy triggers. So this trade's in here for sure, though, right?
Claws out.
Yeah. Alakir Survivalist, cool. So that goes there. And again, the the power offered by lightning bolt here is pretty unstoppable. That'll trade into that. Something like lurking mummy, not even that good against what we got going on because we can get this up to 6 attack.
I hear and obey.
Okay, this is fine. Firebolt again better than lightning bolt if we could draw it. Ooh, the temptation though to develop Markarth Bannerman. Still, I think we just want to hold on to the position we have.
There's more to come.
And no prophecies to punish us, so looks pretty good. Next turn, we'll develop Bannerman. Okay, suppress. That's an interesting pick. I don't think I've ever actually taken that card in. It's fine. Probably just hitting him for 4 this turn.
Over. It's time to
And dropping down Bannerman. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's not worth it.
follow me, man. There's more
I'll
to
kill
come.
you where you stand.
This opens up a couple routes to lethal next turn. Orc Clan Captain combos nicely with the tokens we might be able to generate. I say might because our opponent does have a tiger.
Mother of mine.
And they're just going for it.
You can't defeat me.
So, we're gonna swing in. Is there a reason to do anything differently, like with Orc Clan Captain? Swing in 1, 5. That's only 6. Now we get to 7. Yeah, okay.
I'll kill you where you stand. We stand united.
Now let's do our math. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have the
There's
potential for
more
lethal
to
here.
come.
Time to fight fires of all doing. Time to fight. Talos.
Alright.
I'm ready for anything. Gore and glory.
Well, there you go. That is our first game versus Arena with the Battlemage aggro deck. Okay, let's continue on and do another.
Another step, ladies and gentlemen. We
I have to admit,
a
I've been
challenger.
getting a little tired of facing Battlemage in Constructed. You know, for a while, the deck I enjoyed playing against the least was Prophecy Assassin, because it felt like I was rolling the dice when I was playing the game a lot more than I'm comfortable with, a lot more than I enjoy. And I feel like the new Prophecy Battlemage deck is sort of the same thing. I just don't think it's fun to play against. I understand the appeal of winning, of course, and I'm sure the deck puts up good numbers. But I just don't like these Prophecy decks. And it makes me concerned, actually, for the future of the game in general, that it wouldn't take too many more Prophecy cards being printed before the only right strategy is to pack your deck full of Prophecy cards. So that has made me pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, that's about it. Once per day, you can replace an uncompleted quest on the profile screen with a new random quest. That is true. Brenton's, you know, the Ward deck, the Sorcerer Wards deck, sort of a slower mid-range strategy, although I've tried to make an aggro deck work in those colors, is really punished by these sorts of Battlemage Prophecy decks. And punished by all the aggro decks in general, but it's a bummer that that archetype struggles to see play. We'll keep the Orc Clan Captain, just because it is a 2-drop, but it's not one we just want to throw out there willy-nilly. Crown Quartermaster's good. We had followed up with Rehad Horseman to try to pack in some damage early on. Hopefully we can keep that inertia going. Playing against Monk, a couple different directions this can go. Always have to be aware of the fact that Monk has a lot of life gain options, which could really screw with your plan. I got this weird part in my hair I just noticed when I was checking on the recording monitor. I don't know what that is all about, so... Oops. Alright. Yeah. we'll go Rehide
Do
Horseman.
your worst.
And yeah, I mean, Orc Clan Captain Steel Dagger does represent a lot of damage for next turn.
They cannot hope to outwit
Okay, we
me.
got House Kinsman there. We're just going to Crushing Blow the House Kinsman. We don't want anybody raining on our parade here. It also keeps us from breaking the green of our opponents right now. And this lets us develop Ashlander, Captain, and Steel Dagger next turn. Okay, Slaughterfish spawning. Okay, so in this case, what we're going to do is Brutal Ashlander,
Destruction is at
Orc Clan
hand.
We
Captain,
stand united.
and just go for
Blood
it.
and fate.
And we did hit a prophecy, unfortunately. Gonna slow down our train a little bit. Well, that's cool because that is one less
Do
javelin
your worst.
to answer our Markarth banner next turn. But that was an interesting choice. I think it's the right choice, but a lot of players, I would suspect, are going to go for the Quartermaster just to prevent the immediate damage. And the correct move here is to go into that. Okay. So, yeah, Hive Defender. That's a perfect card for this. Perfect card against us right now. We're going to lay down our first Bannerman, actually,
Do your worst.
right against that. You know, we are afraid of Territorial Viper if we lay it down over here. And if he just Piercing Javelins this again, I think that's actually not so bad for us. Pack Wolf. Okay. And another Pack Wolf. Alright. Yeah, it takes all kinds. Okay, cool. We can get the Bannerman and the Brutal Ashlander down.
Follow me, men.
Your destruction is at hand.
Time to fight. Attack. Time to follow.
Seems reasonable to, you know, clean up a little bit of the mess across from us when we can. You know, in Magical Fantasyland, what happens now is he goes face and lays down a tiger, and we bounce the tiger and kill him. As that is unlikely to happen. Actually, still him going face would be so terrible for us.
If I fall,
Fighters Guild recruit, okay.
Awaiting your command.
Okay. I think a Crushing Blow makes things a little different. I am just gonna Crushing Blow there. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna swing face
Time to
and send one face. The Belligerent Giant backup here is huge because if his defense here involves a guard creature, we are pretty solid. His name is Xander Invicta.
awaiting orders.
Okay, as long as he has no second guard creature, I am happy. Snake Tooth Necklace would also be disaster. Oh, that's pretty brutal. That is pretty brutal. I did not expect that. Ooh, that's rough. Man, what is the play here? They're all pretty bad, aren't they? That's rough. I'm just gonna say, hey, hope you don't have any removal. No removal, no guard. This wins. If that strategy doesn't work, we're gonna regroup. You know, we're playing to our outs is what we're doing. If that doesn't work, we're gonna regroup and come up with something else for next turn. Looking for an answer with Crushing Blow to the face. That makes sense.
fine battle.
A fine battle, my friend. that's a heads up. I mean, that's a good play. I appreciate that. I've done that myself.
The victory is yours. By the
Good game.
end of fun.
Good game, Xander. Okay. So let's keep on keeping on, huh?
Another combatant, a challenger triumphs. What
Alright.
challenge awaits next?
Challenger triumphs.
Let's find out.
Want to try out a new race? You can change your avatar from the profile page. I don't know why you do that. I've been the same avatar this entire time. You can take a look at half of our deck list here, the half that my ugly mug's not covering up. We got 3 Brutal Ashlanders, maybe a little overkill, 2 Steel Scimitars, 2 Crystal Tower Crafters. Top end of our deck that you can't see is Belligerent Giant, 2 Markarth Bannerman, 2 Lightning Bolts, Ice Wraith, Bankorai Butcher, Alakir Survivalist, Stone Throw, Slaughterfish Spawning, Scalvin Pyromancer, so on and so forth. Alright. It's been a while since I did Versus Arena. I've really gotten into solo arena, doing those couple of videos. Doing solo arena has motivated me to play a lot more, and I've been having a lot of fun doing it. I actually found that for my personal record, we have Celine here. Celine, say hi to the camera. Hey Celine, how are you? Yeah? Are you good, kitty? You good? For my own personal self, I found Spell Sword sort of value mid-range to be the deck that I'm most successful with. My last 2 runs were Spell Sword, and I 9-0'd one and 9-2'd the other. So I've definitely been enjoying that. Trying to figure out what I want to play next on the ladder. You know, Monk is still above the 50% win rate for me, but stacks up really poorly to a couple decks in the ladder, and again, if you know what to remove, the deck is very beatable. So I'll find some new greedy control deck to occupy myself. I kind of like this starting hand. Greystone Ravager is weak to a couple cards in this deck, but having access to Firebolt makes me a little more comfortable. As well as Battle Rage Orc. Voracious Spriggan. Not actually worried about Voracious Spriggan. We can hit Voracious Spriggan with our Battle Rage Orc.
This should be good.
And I don't terribly mind my opponent gaining 2 life right now. Now if he's a Murkwater Witch, that's a whole other kettle of fish, and we have a little bit of a problem.
My sword hand itches.
Varanus Courier's a bit of a bummer there. So we are just going to Battle Rage into that, and trade into that. Ordinarily, I don't really like taking Varanus Courier in Versus Arena. Its applications just feel a lot more valuable and constructed. Alright, yeah, we got a great play here.
We stand united.
Just lay down both of those. Next turn we have access to Markarth Bannerman or Camelorn Hero plus Firebolt if the situation demands it. Yeah, that's balanced.
Follow me, men.
Feel my
So we'll do what we can here. Hopefully, I mean, it's kind of 50-50, I guess, on what we want him to do. If he prophesies a lightning bolt, that's great for us. Let's see what happens. Playing against Rakam. Okay.
If I fall, the hiss.
Well, hey, we're gonna get that firebolt value we've been looking for.
Day shall be auspicious.
Alright, so this isn't all bad, right? We can firebolt this, swing like that. That was a misplay. We're gonna pretend that we meant it though
Give me a blade and a soft grip.
by doing this.
time to fight. Highest of all.
The play that I was gonna make until I saw that it had 3 health and not 2 was put this over here and attach the weapon to it, so we can contest this if he chooses just to remove that. Okay, that is fine with me. Hand doesn't look great right now. I don't like just belligerent gianting that, but I think that's got to be the play. Keep our Alakir Survivalist alive. Does put us with 10 power on board.
The forest is more.
Ooh, Leaf Lurker, huh? Some high quality cards in my opponent's deck here, that is for sure. I assume our next two draw steps are going to be Ashlanders, actually, because that's what we deserve.
I used to be an adventurer.
Trigger Prophecy. It is just not working out for us, is it?
Your coin or your life.
That's interesting. Hey, if he thinks he can race us, let's try. Not going to play the dagger. A lot more value, I think, in holding the dagger. I don't think there's anything that we would draw that would make us think, oh, I wish we had spent that one Magicka better last turn. Second art on Paladin, Imperial Legionary, still has that Crocodile as one of those two cards. Is he going to swing becomes the question. I hope he does. Perfect. There's that extra Ashlander we're really excited to draw. Okay, Markard Bannerman, cool. There is a question of like whether we should do anything dumb with our
Do your worst.
Brutal Ashlander. I think the answer to that is no. You know, like play this here and then drop the Ashlander on top of the Ashlander. I just don't see a lot of value in that. None of those cards are Piercing Javelin unless it's the one he just drew, because I think the only card left in his hand was the Crocodile.
We must break through their ranks.
And the Somerset Shield Mage that he didn't play
My
last turn.
sword hand itches.
Vernus Courier, okay. Well, this lets him make some pretty favorable trades here, unfortunately for us. I think you gotta go like this, or else I'm gonna take advantage of that. Ooh, that took out, well, alright. So we can remove everything on this side of the board. It's not going to be pretty, but we can do it.
By all the powers of the eight.
Tower Alchemist. God, I wonder what his other picks were. Okay, so swing.
Time to fight. Talos. Die, Outlander.
Okay.
Shall we begin?
We will hold a Nord Firebrand in our hand. We kind of want to take some damage over here, and you know, Curse and Murkwater Witch aside, I don't think this is going to result in any favorable trades for our opponent. And there's a Piercing Javelin, so I guess he did have a Piercing Javelin. And that Brutal Ashlander is just not doing us any favors either, is it? Okay, Sylvanar Tracker. Well, that's going to get us some value. So
There's more to
we're
come.
just going to keep going for it.
These words are mine. Your destruction is at hand. Fight fires of all doing. These words are mine.
But it doesn't look good for us. I don't think we have a whole lot of outs. We have 2 Lightning Bolts, I think, in our deck. So, you know, we could draw both of those, I suppose. But that's going to go there, and all we have on board is a sad, lonely Ashlander. And a guard creature in each lane. This is awfully familiar. This is what happens when I play Monk these days. You know, we just swing. Hopefully it has that. It doesn't. And we're going to hope to draw a weapon. But this game is basically over. Our opponent was packing a lot of defense. And we don't have any longevity built into our strategy here. We are 100% base is the place .deck. Just garden up. It's an interesting play. This is not bad. It's still going to die to that thing, but it does put him within lightning bolt range, so that it's got to be worth something. He's got 8 on board, so he can't kill us. But if he's smart, he doesn't attack. He just stacks his lane full of creatures. Ooh, he's going for it. So he's got a charged creature we don't know about. Are we going to punish him? Oh, we are. Hold on, I have something for this. I am so sorry, my friend. I am so sorry, but it's time to break out the RNG Prophecy Shenanigans sunglasses. Alrighty. Well, that was another game. A game I thought we were going to lose for sure. That we should have lost. I guess being at 4, I understand where he's coming from with that attack. You know, better to just attack than lose in the following turn, but man, what a bummer. Alright, this video is clocking in at half an hour. I'm going to stop this here, and I hope you join me for the next part of the video. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.